What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, The Haunting of Bly Manor, episode 8. We are coming down the home stretch, and we got a double feature tonight because we're going back to back. We are wrapping up this show. So excited to see where it ends.
I can't wait another week to finish. We got to do 2 tonight.
A little scared, a little nervous to see where it goes because, you know, things have really picked up the last few episodes, and I want to see happiness and cheerfulness and sunshine and rainbows.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I just don't see that happening based off of where we are currently in this world. Because
things are getting knocked down, dragged out.
I mean, Peter, like, this guy, we got more backstory on him, and his story, just like everyone else's, is so tragic, and it just makes you hate the guy a little bit less, because everyone's kind of a product in their environment, and he seems to be a product of his environment. There was abuse, there was problems with his parents.
But then his mom fucked him over and literally got him killed.
Yeah, and his mom was the one who convinced him to steal. Obviously, he's a grown-ass man. He needs to make his own decisions and make the right decisions, which he didn't. Which is why you hate him just a little less, knowing a little bit what his past and background was like, and parents.
But with the trauma, there's all that trauma.
Yeah.
He's just...
What do you always say?
What?
Hurt people hurt people?
That's true. That's true.
I mean, he's clearly dealing with a whole lot. And there was just something about his mom being like, sweetheart, I don't even know you're dead. Like, that shit...
That's
like,
fucked.
That hurts, like, a lot. And I think it just goes to show how powerful this show is, because ever since we've kind of met him, he's immediately been kind of like, oh, this dude's an asshole. Like, this guy's not cool. He
has a certain type of swagger to him that you're like, I don't trust you as far as I could throw you.
Yeah, and then they throw that into, like, the third to last episode of the season and hit you with, like, oh, damn, this dude's been through a lot of family drama and a lot of trauma, and it's just like, damn. But
he still took over Miles' body.
Like, he has ruined so many lives. He has ruined so many lives. And, you know, he convinced Rebecca to let him control her and then killed her in the lake, but wasn't there for the actual end. He, like, left her alone to do that. And now she's dead. And so now they're working together, or they were working together, to figure out a way to be together forever and not fade like the other dead people in Bly, which he was just like, you want to end up like this, faceless with the faded memory? It's
so
like,
weird. He's like, you want to, then throws, like,
insane.
Bitch.
So the plan was to take over the 2 children's bodies permanently and send them to a forever house so that they could see their parents. And it's like, dude, you can't do that. That is not okay.
So sad.
Rebecca totally knew this and didn't play along, kind of faked the whole thing with Flora. Yeah. But he fully consumed Miles, and now he's able to walk around as a grown-up in a child's body. Like, how? Like, what? Like, what is your play with that? That just...
You, for a glimpse there, you got to see what a sweet little boy Miles was.
And again, another child who was just dealing with trauma and just all kinds of crazy shit his whole life, essentially. And
like, all the pranksters gone, like, all that stuff, like, is raw, like, sad, sweet little boy. He misses his parents and just
awful.
Peter just... But
now Peter and Rebecca said, like, it's too late for him now. So do you think that it is too late? Do you think Miles is stuck now? Like, is he gone?
I'm really hoping that that's not
crossed.
the case. Come on.
Yeah. So the episode ended with Rebecca and Flora faking out and pretending to do the whole forever thing. You, me, us. And told Danny to get Flora out of there. So she grabbed Flora. They started running out. And then she got friggin'...
Well, Flora was having, like, a tantrum, like, kind of like a panic attack, like...
Well, yeah, this kid doesn't know what the hell's going on.
No, exactly. I mean, even though she just heard Rebecca say, get him out of here.
Yeah.
But, like, Flora was like, no, it's not happening until the lady in the lake was like...
Little Undertaker friggin' choke grab there. Just grabbed her, Don't know where she's going. Don't know if she's pulling her into the lake. Don't know if she's pulling her towards the house. But, like, Danny is... Dude. Like, talk about feeling bad for somebody who was trying to escape her own trauma, the whole situation with her fiance, and, like, escaping all of that, and then now entering this? Like, holy shit. This is insane. I am really worried for her. I don't know what the hell's going to happen, because, I mean, based off of history, that's exactly what happened to Peter. She grabbed him, dragged him somewhere, and killed him. So it's, like, hard to not think that potentially the same thing might happen to Danny here. But I feel like there's a wild card still in play here.
Yeah.
I feel like there's still a wild card because Henry is supposedly on his way to Bly. I don't know if he was really going to Bly or if the plan is for him to show up. If he shows up, I don't know what happens. I don't know what the reaction is. I don't know if the ghosts just disappear when he shows up. I don't know what happens.
Or if he doesn't make it in time.
Yeah. Like, I still think, like, he's the one wild card still in this whole scenario, I feel like, because he's alive. I mean, obviously, we still have a couple folks still alive. Owen and Jamie are still around. We think they're alive. I mean, they leave, so... You can't leave Bly if you're dead, and they leave, so they're still alive. Run! Yeah, seriously. I have a really interesting thing about Jamie, by the way, that I want to mention real quick before we jump into it. But Henry showing up is, I feel like, the total wild card, and the only potential... outlet that Danny might have in this moment, because it's nighttime, no one's showing up there. She's in trouble, and I don't know what Flora could possibly do in that scenario either, because she was horrified and screaming. I mean, she's been protecting Danny, him, and her and Miles this whole time, so maybe she could have an influence to be like, no, don't do that. We like her, don't kill her. But I don't know. As much as I would love some kind of happy ending, I just don't see it playing out. And it was a really, really powerful moment for Hannah, too, because Peter, as Miles, decided to just take her on a walk and, like, tell her that she's dead in, like, the most asshole way possible.
Right, like the Roadrunner?
You're the Roadrunner. The Roadrunner doesn't fall off the cliff until he looks down. It's like, you just need to look down. And Hannah finally came to the realization that she's dead, and that's awful. And
Miles and the meat shit.
That was
sorry,
Peter.
I shouldn't say Miles. It's Peter.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. You're a terrible person.
I think I can say that Hannah's probably one of my favorite characters. I really, really like this. She doesn't know, but she kind of thinks that she's dead.
Something was off.
But, like, there's uncomfortableness. Yeah. Like, I love her character.
It's so wild to me, because even while Miles was talking to her, just like, you're oblivious, you were able to imagine new clothes and earrings. It's like, damn, man, these are some really powerful spirits. Like, it is insane that, seriously, like, she was wearing different clothes and different jewelry, and it was like, how, what, wait, huh? Like, like, that's just so incredible to me.
Well, and the crack.
Yeah. It's like, her story also, just like everyone else's, it seems like,
sad.
It's so tragic. It's so crazy. And just the way she had to find out was just awful. Like, it was really bad. And it went back to another Owen moment with the interview, and she's like, I can't help anyone. I'm dead. And then she was by herself. And it's just like...
I feel like it's a lot of lonely people that just end up dying.
Yeah. It's really sad.
Sad. That just got real deep.
And the reason I mentioned Jamie is randomly the other night I was editing. It might have been an episode or two ago. And it made me go back to episode 1. I don't know why. I just had to, I was just editing. I was cutting stuff down. Is Jamie the narrator?
It does sound the way
someone had to have been there to tell this story.
Well, right, but the verbiage that she uses, I don't know.
Maybe we should have picked up on this sooner, but it totally feels like it's Jamie that's telling this story many, many, many years later.
They have the same accent.
Yeah, and the narrator has been some of the most interesting dialogue in this show. It inserts things, and it kind of reminds you that, like, hey, this is a story that's being told in, like, a different setting. Like, they were at a wedding doing celebration thing, and she's telling the ghost story. So I just thought of that, like, I don't know, just throwing it out there. we'll see. Any other thoughts before we jump into episode 8, the penultimate episode of Bly Manor?
No, I don't.
Let's go.
Okay, we gotta get out of here. No, I don't like this game. Miles, we gotta go.
Bitch. Are you for fucking real, dude?
Dude, that is so fucked up.
Oh my god, Danny. Fuck.
Dude, that is horrifying.
Toward the middle of the 17th century,
Come on.
there lived in the province of Hampshire 2 daughters, born at an interval of 5 years apart. The elder, Viola, the younger, Perdita.
Was she in Hill House?
Yeah, that's Theo.
Yeah.
But Viola was on the chapel floor.
Oh, yeah.
Women in that time had nothing. No present, no future, without a tie to a man.
Nothing.
So they were as little girls once more, but now with nothing in the world but each other.
Nothing.
It's totally her.
Among the young men, there were many excellent fellows. Viola knew them for what they were: gluttons, opportunists, vultures.
I like the Viola.
Bly must stay in the family, and the sisters must stay in control, lest everything be lost to the same grave. Led to Viola's invitation to a distant cousin, Arthur Lloyd. He was an honest, resolute, intelligent young man.
Wait, they're cousins though.
I, Viola, take thee, Arthur, to be my lawfully wedded husband, to love, cherish, till death us depart.
And obey. To love, cherish, and obey.
Not that part.
The vicar believed this an innocent omission. It was not. A surprise not to Perdita, who knew her sister better than any. And a surprise not to God. He'd made her that way, after all.
And she's obviously the woman from the lake, right?
Either that or Perdita. Because the hair and like...
I mean, look what she's wearing right now.
I know, but...
Young Viola turned her eyes inward. She would sleep. She would wake. Seized by a restlessness new to her heart, she would walk.
Wow. Babies.
I have no honeyed words to speak. It is fierce out there. But you are fiercer. Bly belongs to you, and they will try to take it from you as they did me. But I will not let them. Instead, we shall move mountains, my girl. It is you. It is me. It is us.
Yep.
Nothing holds, and all things change given time. Change does not often announce itself. It does not trumpet its arrival. By the time one realizes it has arrived, it has already set its teeth.
Viola knows. I saw that look between them.
As for Viola, her suspicion began as small, as inconsequential as the tickle in her lungs.
Oh my god, it's gotta be her. We've seen him walking around, and he's in the dollhouse. That was their masks.
It is not the plague. She has the lung. How long? Months.
You will treat her, cure her.
I do not know that I can.
You will. You will.
Oh god, this is terrible.
You must repeat the rite. I go and prepare a place for you.
No, I do not go.
Oh shit.
Tell your God, I do not go.
Strong-willed woman right there. Strong-willed.
God wants her soul to be pure as he welcomes her home.
God should know better. She is as he made her. She says she will not go, she will not.
Five times round the sun, and all is different.
Isabel. Bed. As I said before, thrice.
A quick dance.
No.
Just one then.
Good, sir.
Oh my god, cute.
Auntie, we need music.
We need sleep.
Oh, you were just an awful boy. Do you even know how to dance?
I know how to dance indeed, young miss.
Let's show the young thing how it's done proper.
I feel like somebody's about to get shanked.
Right? She's gonna get real pissed.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah. That's this look again.
And there she
Uh-oh.
is. That's totally her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vi, what are you doing out of bed? You'll catch a chill.
I didn't want to miss the ball.
Come, let us get you back to your room.
I want to talk to my daughter.
Dang.
I don't think her sister would do anything to hurt her, though. I just think Viola is so stubborn that she's not willing to understand that her sister wouldn't hurt her. You don't think her sister would do that?
I can dance with my own husband. I don't need you to take that on. That or anything else.
I would never.
The Lady of Bly Manor.
I've no ambition.
Lie.
Viola. If he looks at me now and then, it is because he is lonely and he is human. It is because for the last 5 years, the only husbandly duty he's fulfilled is that of mourning.
This is rough.
It is.
Think of Isabel. What will she be left with? What memories of you will she carry? Will it be this version of you?
Because Viola, with love, let it be anything else.
Dude, stop slapping your sister.
They will not be buried in my rings or my dresses. They will be a great inheritance for our daughter. So you will keep them for her till she grows into them. Shrouded, covered in rose petals. Promise me that you will keep them for her, that you will keep the key, and you will never give it to anyone except our child.
I promise you.
That night, as Perdita beheld her sister, a thought occurred to her. The word had eclipsed her thoughts at night and waken as well.
As the sickness did for Viola.
And now the word crept down her shoulder and her elbow.
Sister.
That's what
Until the word came to live in her hand. The word was mercy, and the word was a lie. It was every slap, every insult, and every day that had passed.
Every moment after the last rites.
It was a different word that had infected her all this time. The word had always been enough.
Fuck.
Wow, dude.
Remember how I said the sister would never hurt her? Yeah, well, that was not the case.
What I feel like her ghost comes and takes all these fools out.
Right? Oh, what the fuck?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
She had long since ascertained that her sister's immense wardrobe had been sequestered for the benefit of her daughter, and that it lay languishing in thankless gloom in the dusty attic.
Don't fuck with her stuff.
Exquisite fabrics should await the commands of...
On the 6th anniversary of Viola's death, Perdita had reached her limit.
That's what Peter got in trouble for. That's how he got fucking killed.
Right?
More than all my sister wanted Bly to flourish. She would have done anything, everything in her power to save the manor, and you know that.
It is for Isabel.
The manor is for Isabel, and we would let it fall to ruin before she comes of age.
Once and for all, it is out of the question.
It is a promise. An oath.
What right had Viola to dispose of our future? What right had she to bind you to meanness and cruelty?
No more of this.
I mean, good thing for Arthur sticking to his guns. Uh-oh. Come on, sister, I stuck up for you, man! Don't do this. No. Let's not.
Extreme times.
Damn, dude. Find other measures.
Extreme actions. Well, I don't think she's gonna make it far enough. Peter tried to steal the necklace.
Right.
Got fucking choked and dragged to the lake.
What is gonna happen? Oh, this is bad. Wasn't the body that Peter picked up, wasn't she wearing that?
Maybe.
Oh, shit. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Nothing good happens at night. Dude, woman, Don't. Oh my god, no. Oh god. Don't. Oh shit! Like through the dress. Oh my god.
Oh damn, dude.
That was awesome though. Bitch, you deserved it. You fucking deserved it. How dare you?
Oh shit, dude. Don't fuck with her things. Wow, dude.
We return, dear listener, to another night. The night in which Viola would sleep.
She buried herself in that box. She's in the box. She's in the box.
Is this her realizing she's dead?
Right.
She would sleep. She would wake. She would walk.
So as long as that box was shut, she had to stay in there. And like once her sister opened the box, they let her out.
Don't open Viola's box.
Guess not, dude. Guess not.
Oh,
fuck.
Shit. Fuck.
And in time, as we all do, she admitted all. She admitted she was dead.
She admitted her husband had moved on.
She admitted her daughter was growing without her. And she admitted her room was a dream, a construct, a lie preferred to the truth of the trunk.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
What's there
Yeah.
waited for her at the end of this purgatory?
One day the door would open, and one day Isabel would open her mother's trunk and claim her reward. The moment finally came.
But it wasn't her daughter.
This is so good.
It was her fucking sister. Oh, shit.
Yeah, but wow. I love that whole thing. That was dope. I love that. Serves you right, biatch. Shouldn't open up a fucking trunk. You just unleashed the beast, dude.
They would move away from here, sell the manor, and find a quieter life. They were leaving Bly, but Arthur had grown a superstitious man.
Did they throw it in the lake?
His superstition defied reason, but he felt confident all the same. Whatever curse had claimed his second wife, he would not risk his daughter to its icy fingers.
His daughter,
No.
What?
This absolute abandonment. It shattered Viola's
That
heart.
was what we saw in the... Oh my god.
pulled towards some other place.
The eldest of Willoughby's daughters, once Lady Lloyd of Bly, remained, some would whisper, by stubbornness alone. The pull of that next world ignored, she instead made her own gravity that would change the terrain of Bly Manor forever. And once again, she would sleep.
She would walk. I get it. Amazing.
She would wake.
This is so insane.
Those are the footprints.
Yep.
And
Those
she
are the-
would walk. As if woken from a nightmare, she would walk back to her home,
There's the, yep.
Each time that
feeling that if she walked to her bedroom, to the room she once shared with her husband, her infant daughter, that perhaps the nightmare would abate.
she could simply slip into the warmth of blankets and nestle herself to the bosom of her family.
And she'd stare at that empty bed, and Viola would remember, and the remembering itself was injury anew.
Every day. Every day. What a sad, sad... Oh my god.
How many nights, how many walks, she could no longer count. Her attention lay only ahead, only on the bed that was her goal, and on the daughter she believed, each time she woke, would be waiting for her there.
The fuck?
They housed people with the plague or what?
Is that why so many
She
people
did not
died
even
there?
realize that a decade had passed, not even realize after an outbreak of plague in the village that the empty manor had become a quarantine for the coughing death that ravaged her former community.
Where is she?
What are you doing in here? It isn't safe. You mustn't be in this wing without protection.
Yup. Dude.
A strange phenomenon occurred. Her gravity that held her to the grounds, that kept her in purgatory, it would hold others too.
She would sleep.
Viola faintly noticed her own attempted exorcism.
Dude.
And alas, the poor vicar, the second person to find himself in Viola's path.
This is so insane.
And forget. And forget.
All things fade. Time takes all things. 'Tis the way of the world. Everything yields to time. Even the soul.
Wow.
Wait. Walk.
As her memories left her, so too, her face.
So little did you remember.
One night, she found a child in her daughter's old bed. She had only the faint notion that she'd walked this far, hoping to find a child, and here was a child. It must be the child whom she'd sought.
That's the little boy. Oh no.
And she would feed.
Wow, dude.
And the others, too. Those souls held in her orbit.
Yes, those are all the...
Those
Oh,
unfortunates
babe.
trapped in the gravity well she had made of Bly Manor. They were fading as well.
These are all the ghosts that we see in the background. Poor little thing.
The eldest of Willoughby's daughters, once Lady Lloyd of Bly, now just a thought, not a woman at all, just need and loneliness and rage. Her fate was a nightmare.
A fate that befell all trapped at Bly.
A fate that befell Viola's once sister, now forgotten in the attic, unaware that she ever had a sister at all.
That's the one Peter grabbed.
A fate that befell anyone unfortunate enough to step into her habitual path. A fate that befell a poor valet. Fate that befell even those who died of other causes at Bly. No hope for anyone with the sad misfortune to die on the grounds of Bly. No hope for the victims of Bly.
Oh my god.
And no hope, it would seem, for the young au pair who had finally stepped into the path of her own fate.
So just because she was standing right there, she was in the path.
Oh my god.
Dude.
I was not expecting that kind of episode at all.
No, that was, I mean, up until the repetitive sleep wake, that was so interesting the way she was the one locked in the trunk with all of her things waiting for her daughter. You're not my daughter. You're my sister. Bitch, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
And then just forever waiting and waiting, and then they throw her into the lake because he didn't want that to happen to her daughter or his daughter, and then just repetitive sleep,
And if you were in her way,
wake, walk.
So she didn't kill Peter because he was stealing shit. She killed Peter because
He was
on her path.
Which that's kind of, I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there should have been more meaning, but it's just literally because you were in the way. Get the fuck out of my way.
Because her routine was a certain mission. That mission's not there. I'm gonna fucking kill you and drag you to the lake. She even took a child to the lake. That wasn't her.
Thinking that was her baby. That's not your baby.
Wow.
Poor little thing. The parents of that poor child. Where's my child?
They probably didn't.
In the lake.
They probably didn't make it either.
That's so
Because
sad.
they were used. That's why there's so many dead folks there. Because they used it as.
That's so sad.
That's just that.
It kind of makes their deaths a little meaningless.
I mean, I don't know.
I want to feel like there was more to it. I don't know. Am I being too critical?
I think it just boils down to the pain and the haunt of a single person.
Yes.
And
I totally feel her sadness to the point where she literally forgets what she looks like, and that is why they are missing their face.
They just fade away.
They literally fade. That's so sad. I see the deeper part of it, but also I see the superficial part of it.
Yeah, I mean, the whole idea, like, I thought she was protecting the manor, but she's not. She's just killing people on her path. It's the only reason she grabbed Danny, and that's why the kids were able to protect her, because they knew her path.
They get out of the way.
They knew where she was walking. It's not about, oh, I see you, or it's, I know you're there. It's, the children learned her routine and her pattern. She'd walk through the front, up the stairs, into the room, and back out. And you don't want to get in her path, because she will grab you by the throat and kill you and take you into the lake.
So now we still don't know if Danny makes it.
I mean,
based on the open, it feels like no one makes it, because
No.
all their faces fade.
I think 100%, after hearing the whole episode narrated, I think it's 100% Jamie, without question. Because you could hear some of the words that she hits on, just like, and there were other words too, like, Jamie hits those words like that. It is definitely her. So I think she survives this. I mean, if Danny dies, I don't see her sticking around there anymore. They're like, why would she continue to be the gardener at Bly Manor if
she died?
After all the other stuff that's gone down, and like the connection that she grew with Danny, like,
But does she realize that Danny's dead? Because they didn't realize that Hannah was dead. They still don't realize that Hannah's dead. Unless they're just fucking with her and playing around with it.
See, that's a different situation, because she got shoved down a well. I think kind of more like Rebecca, you'd probably see Danny's body in the water if that's what happens. But I do see your point, because it does kind of take away a little bit. Like, oh, I for sure thought Peter was killed because he was stealing something from the house.
Yeah.
And I thought Viola, that we know is the Lady of the Lake, was the one protecting things, or protecting the children, or even had a connection to, like, no connection at all. The only connection she has is to the house and her routine. So I get that. And I mean, we still have one more episode to see how it wraps up.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it tragic on
Viola's part.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, well, that's some really bad luck on your part.
But I mean,
for
also
being on her warpath, basically.
Right. But also, I feel, I mean, I'm like happy that Isabel and Arthur got out of that house.
I mean, that whole situation is just crazy.
I kind of wish that Isabel would have opened her trunk. And maybe Viola could have been at peace.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole problem here. She never accepted the next phase of her passing on.
No, she was like, no. You tell him, no.
Yeah, fuck that
I do not.
What do you say to death?
Not today.
Yeah. That was her all about it. She's like, nope. Fuck you.
I'm not doing that.
So it basically trapped her into the in-between world where she never gets to move on. And maybe that's the happy ending in this show, if there is one. Some folks survive, and the tragic story of Viola is that she finally gets put to peace and she could go rest. And I don't see it, because she's not gonna, like, it's the connection to the daughter. And the fact that she's faded, I don't think she could comprehend anything. I don't know if there's any way that you could make that happen, but
I mean, obviously Isabel is way long gone.
Oh yeah, her family's way, yeah,
hundreds.
That's generations and generations. Yeah, it's wild, and I don't know if that's. I mean, obviously Danny surviving, the children somehow getting Miles back to normal, like, that's all happy ending. But you always, like with these type of shows and these situations, you always want the dead to be able to rest in peace. That's the whole point of that. And she is not resting in peace. She is causing havoc. She is killing people. She is bringing people into her world, essentially. And that's horrible. That's just sucks for everyone around because...
her sister is just forever in the attic.
Yeah. And getting grabbed by Peter and... You
want to end up like this?
Like, fuck, dude. So, yeah. One thing I actually said to Nikki before we actually watched this episode is like, I don't know how they have 2 episodes left because it feels like the end is pretty close. Not when they jam an entire backstory episode on... I'm happy we got a full backstory on the Woman of the Lake. I'm happy we got all... I didn't think they were going to give us a full episode on that.
No, I didn't.
I
thought we were going to cut to current events.
We're basically right where we left off at the beginning of the video.
Yep.
We got to see what the fuck happens to Danny.
Yep.
What the hell's happening with Henry. What's happening with the kids. Whew. It's, again, it's hard to imagine hopeful outcome here, but... Again, fingers crossed that there's a way to make this all work.
Hope for the best, but expect the worst.
Yeah, always. Do you have any other thoughts?
No.
All right, y'all. Leave your comments down below, and we will see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.